Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Is It a Pro? Now, you're probably wondering, welcome back, Is It a Pro? What are you talking about, Seth? Is It a Pro is a series that I haven't done in some number of months, about 5 months now. And it's a series I really like. It's a series I really enjoy. I hope you all are going to enjoy it. But because it's been so long and because this is the first time we're having it on the second channel, I'm going to explain the rules of this series here. In short, I have 5 replays that I'm going to show you today. Some of these games have pro players in them. Some of them don't. What your job is to determine what of these replays that I have chosen have a pro player in it and what games don't. These replays can have 1 or 2 pro players in it. It doesn't matter what character. It doesn't matter how many. All your job is to figure out what game I'm trying to show you that has the pro player in it and what game doesn't. As we progress through this, these are going to get progressively harder and harder. We're going to start out easy, and then towards the end, the last one should be the hardest one for you all to figure out. I'm going to try to cheat you. I'm going to try to trick you. I'm going to do a whole manner of things to get you to guess wrong. So be on your toes and get ready to guess. Is it a pro? I just made that up on the spot right there at the end, and that was beautiful. One last thing to talk about too for some rules to make it a little bit easier for you to figure out who is and isn't the pro. For the pro games, the pros rank will be at least God of Destruction 1. So you're not going to be seeing any pros on like the tertiary characters that are Tekken God or anything. If they are pros, they are going to be God of Destruction 1 or higher. If they are non-pros, then they are going to be God of Destruction or lower. So, you will not see any games with non-pro players that are God of Destruction 1 rank or higher, and you will not see any games with pro players who are lower than God of Destruction 1. Make sense? Good. I hope it does, because I can't really explain any more than that. Let me load into the first game here. Make sure the HUD's off and everything, and then we'll start it up. All right, we are good to go. Here is game number 1, starting out with the 1-2. From crouch, down forward 2, count it, and the forward 4-2 guaranteed. The down forward 3+4. Going for little pokes here, little bit of back and forth. Nice counter hit on the charge attack, getting the heat engager. Little jabs, tries to get the counter hit, doesn't work. Floats out with heat burst, not getting the blue spark on the first hit, getting the blue spark on the second hit, going all the way to the wall here with this float. Bop, bop, bop. Still in heat. Down 4, nice little side step on the down 4-2. Down 4, 3+4 to go in the stance mix. Plus on block, the drag chooses to go for back 1+2, but gets stuffed out by the low. First game to the player 1. The down 4 counter hit, getting guaranteed forward, or not guaranteed, but getting the follow-up forward 4-3. The Dragunov just choosing to stay on the ground, does not want to wake up. Didn't get the whiff punish, but got the core circle forward 1. That's going to get full combo. Is he going to get all the way to the wall here? Heat burst coming out after the pigeon roll. There's the wall conversion. Nicely done into the pigeon roll mix-up. Low hits, 41 damage. Insane heat smash to get to the wall to keep up that pressure. Nice punish on the 4-3, -12 on block. Again, there's the counter hit, low high, and then down 4-1 in the pigeon roll is going to be enough. 1 round apiece. While rising 1-4 or 2-4, my bad, into the follow-up, he immediately uses it on the down 4 3+4. Drag getting the counter hit heat engager again. Nice down forward 1-4 there. Going into from crouch. Just decides to opt for the while running 3. -9. Goes for hatchet kick. Catches the side step with the down forward again. At the wall. The low's going the wall spot and give a little bit of Oki. There's the heat smash. Blocks the launch punish below. Doesn't get the launch punish though. Instead does the shoulder heat dash. Gets a little bit of damage. Nice interrupt again on the charge. Big counter hit off the 1-2-1 again. And Dragunov is on round point. Or game point. Nice step at the beginning, stepping the wrong way though. Step to side step left, back forward 4. Could be devastating here if the Fahkumram catches it out. There's a catch on the side step though with forward 1+2 for full launcher. Converting to the all wall, doesn't quite get it. Weird angle combo, ends up dropping. There's the 1-2. While running 2, nice block. There's a jab, hatchet kick, guaranteed follow-up. They're going for the from crouch mix. Not the optimal punish, but punish nonetheless on the -14 shoulder. Down 4, catches the side step, goes into house sweep. This is gonna break the wall for full combo. Is the Fahkumram going to bring this to final round? Is he going to break the balcony here? He opts not to. 9 HP remaining. Second it counted off the 3-1, and we are on final round of game number 1 here of Is It a Pro? Fahkumram. Game is freezing for some reason. God help me. While running 2+ lanes. Blue stuff. Blue stuff. Goes for the mid. Blue stuff. Counter hit at the wall. Nice pickup. Blue stuff. There's a big whiff. 0 on block. Gets the counter off. Down forward 1. Heat engager. Nice block, but it's -14, not 15. Down forward 3+4. Catches sides up again. 3 HP. Plus strength. Tries to size up, but the low catches him out. And the Fahkumram wins the first game of Is It a Pro? And now, ladies and gentlemen, your job is to predict, and I should have done this from the beginning like I did for Guess the Rank, so this is going to be a little bit awkward. But your job, ladies and gentlemen, is now to guess. Is it a pro? Yes? No? You all have 2 minutes to decide. What are we thinking here? My mic cut out during that? Why? That's weird. Well, it's a good thing that it's fine now. Huh. Okay, I'll have to figure out something in post then. Why did it cut out? It's on. Weird. You don't think it's a pro? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it a ton. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Got the blue stuff. I think the Fahkumram guy's a bit too button happy for a pro. Interesting. Have you ever considered casting games? You're amazing. Aw, thank you. I have, but no one wants me. Although, to be fair, I haven't checked my business email in like 4 months, so I don't know. I would love to, but I don't think anyone wants me for commentary. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this first game is supposed to be a nice and easy one. Not really trying to trick you guys. Just trying to ease you into it, into what you think. You know, like, what do we have from the Fahkumram? We had some good mix. We had just trying to enforce the plus frames a lot. Did a good job on catching the opponent with the down forward 3+4 in the stance. The Dragunov as well had the blue stuffs, had the execution, had some good pokes. What are we thinking here? Let me look at the predictions. The predictions are saying wow, the majority right now is on no. I'm actually kind of surprised. We have the majority with 9 people on no right now. Right now, Twitch is saying it's 100%. We have 2 on yes, but they are both snipe bets. We have 3 people now on yes. 1% of prediction points are on yes. 99% are on no. Ladies and gentlemen, as the first game of Is It a Pro in so many months with the default outfits, I am here to tell you, I think it's a pro because I know Rangchu uses this outfit. Well, let me tell you guys. Rangchu does play many characters. Rangchu hates sidestepping. And Rangchu does indeed play Fahkumram. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that this Fahkumram is Rangchu. But there is that comparison. There is that idea. And ladies and gentlemen, the Fahkumram player in this first game of Is It a Pro was... Indeed, it was Rangchu, and the Dragunov was Ulsan on a demotion game. Congratulations. I'm really surprised you guys thought this wasn't a pro. I thought that this was going to be fairly obvious, but only 1% of the vote went to yes. This was indeed a pro game. Congratulations to those of you who said yes. My snipe bet paid off. Hell yeah. Nicely done to everyone that said yes. Very, very good stuff. This is the wrong scene. Good stuff. And, you know, Enka, really good observation on it being Rangchu as well. Really smart. Nicely done. Scammed. Scammed. They were mashing. You know how many times I've heard that when it's been a pro game? You know how many times I've heard? But they're mashing. They can't be a pro. Oh, man. When the Dragunov was laying on the ground, the Fahkumram was just was still attacking with mids and highs. Well, you know, he also had the forward 3. You can't ignore that. All right, everyone, that was game number 1. That was the easiest game. And if that was the easiest game, God help you all. We're going to go in now to game number 2. Mashing is a valid defensive technique. Exactly. Enka gets it. We're going to go into game number 2, and it's only going to get harder from here. I don't remember what the order of this was supposed to be except for the last game, because hopefully I didn't screw this up. I called my shot before the stream even started. I will not deviate. Here we go for game number 2. We got a King versus a Claudio, starting out the down 4-1. Nice duck on the instant duck on the while running 2 into instant Shining Wizard. Going to the wall here. Boop, boop. Dot, dot, dot. Lot of damage, 93. Going for the Oki. Gets the mid there. On the ground now. Gets the ground grab, knowing he's not going to tech. And then the immediate perfect round 1. There's the 2-2. Forward, neutral 2. Forward, 1. Opts to, instead of the 10-frame punch, opts to go for forward 2 to try start mixing the Claudio a little bit more. Nice strategy. Hop kick comes out from the sidestep. At the wall, nice wall conversion, full combo, 85 damage. Going in, chooses the heat burst to keep it a little bit safe. And giant swing after the heat burst for the tracking. Catches out the Claudio, and that's going to kill. Already 2 rounds up for the King. While running 2 just gets blocked. Tries doing a while rising 1 there, I think, or 2 or whatever it is. Doesn't quite get it. Claudio tries getting the combo, but the weird wall angle causes it to drop. No big deal. Is still going to get a float from this. And the Claudio's all of a sudden turning it back around. Sidestep 4, King trying to lie on the ground. Very nice roll in the back turn. Just a little bit late on the 4-2-1 for wall splat, but very nice idea. Claudio getting around on the board. There's the 2-2 there. Just trying to play out the neutral, run in and just jab. Nothing fancy, nothing tough. Just a nice little jab to try taking control. Very nice on the muscle armor as well. Ducks under the high, isn't trying to do anything too crazy. Muscle armor into the Jaguar sprint. Claudio getting the count at forward 1+2 is able to catch him out. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going in to final round here in game number 2. There's the down back 3 and the grab. Gets the floor break. Going to be getting full combo here. Nice combo. Jaguar sprint at the wall. Wall conversion. Heat burst. 83 damage. 88 going for the giant swing attempt. Doesn't quite get it though. Tries to run up heat smash because of the low health, but Claudio catches him out. Is able to get this full combo. That's devastating. Equal health now, 68 to 61. That whiffs somehow. I don't know how that whiffed. And the whiff punish from the King. He gets the heat burst whiff punish. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. King is your new WWE champion. But the question is this champion a pro? Yes or no? You got 2 minutes to predict. What do you all think? You're thinking it's a pro? This guy is definitely a pro. This stage is pro. I agree. This stage is so good. I love this stage. Mashing is only a defense if you're fighting potatoes. True. So true and real. You guys are thinking it's a pro, it seems. Yeah, next time I'll have the predictions up like when the game starts as opposed to before. King is playing like every King. I don't know, man. Did you see those whiff punishes that he was doing? I don't know about that. Like that whiff punish at the end with heat smash. Most Kings would just throw out heat smash willy-nilly. That one though, that was pretty solid. Claudio's so annoying to fight. True. Who is this King? A very aggressive player. I don't know. I think that the aggression was definitely like done in a smart way. I'm gonna use my Giga Brain to bet on this one. I would say this is pro, but you said the first game was the easiest and I got it wrong. So I'm going to say you're being dastardly and this is in fact not a pro game. So 500 non. I love that emote so much. I got thrown off by Claudio doing while running 2 from really far. Hey, you know, you got to set up for the forward 4, though. And remember, only one player has to be a pro. If you think that the Claudio isn't a pro, but the King is, then it's a pro game. The King has to be some sort of pro. Have to say that I haven't seen a King use all the grounded throws of straight Oki, and it worked really well. He did the thing, the opponent didn't attack, boom, ground throw. Not pro, but a good King nonetheless. One of the few to say that. The sprint cancel, the grab was pretty nice. It was pretty sick. The Claudio did come back for a strike. He did. He played well. All right, so here are the predictions. The predictions are the majority of people are on no. It is 6-4. However, the majority of points is on yes. Someone went all in with 10,000 points on yes. A lot of confidence here in yes from Pri, carrying the yes votes. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start by telling you about the Claudio. It's the King that we really have our eye on right now. When the King played really well, he played his damn heart out. The Claudio player in this game was not a pro player. This comes down to the King. For all of you with the yes votes, for Pri with the 10,000 into yes, was this King a pro Tekken player? Has this King seen the stage of evil? Has this King seen the lights of Tekken World Tour? This King player is not a pro player. The no's have it. I'm so sorry, Pri, with the all-in bet. This was not a pro. This was a GOD King, a really great King player, but it was not a pro game. Congratulations to everyone who said no. You guys are going to get a lot of Pri's points. Pri has just paid the tax. Congratulations. Nicely done. And we will move on now to game number 3. Hi, Last Avenger. Yo, how goes the grind? It's going good. I'm enjoying the stream today. I hope you're doing well. Hello. Really good game player, but a really aggro run. Yep, he had some good reads and some good blocking, but like they were both making some mistakes there, right? Like what was pointed out, the Claudio just doing like the wild running 2, King not punishing like the back 3-3 and stuff like that. You know, I painted it as, ooh, he's going for the mix up instead, but no, like you just do 2-1 there because of the plus frames, you know. Like he was really good, but yeah, he, like, you're right too. He wasn't doing like down 4-2, down 4-1, wasn't fishing for those cuts. Like he was making mistakes for sure. Like his Oki as well. Yeah. I think I won all my losses from Guess the Rank back. Hell yeah. All right. Let's go into game number 3 here. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, these are only going to get harder as we progress. This next game, game number 3, is going to be one that everyone is going to hate. And I'm going to start I'm going to set up the predictions a little bit early for this one just to try it out. This game is going to be, and you probably heard it, a Jack versus a Lee. I'm going to start the predictions so you can predict whenever you like throughout this game. Let's do it. Jack versus Lee. Immediately starting with the counter hit into slide. Going for the muscle armor. Lee tries baiting it out and punishing, but is a little bit late on that. Goes for the throw attempt, just out of range. Nice whiff punish from the Jack. 2-1. Just running up, down back one. Down back one. Nice jab. Down forward one. Trying to crouch. Then big whiff punish with the headbutt into throw. 54 damage. And Oki going for the mid while running 3-4. Little bit of a sidestep there as well. Excellent break from the Jack. But the sidestep on the lead from the heat burst. He's going to get full combo off of this. No wall though, so he's not going to get anything huge, but the damage is pretty nice. Again, trying to bait out the muscle armor. Huge duck from the Jack on the grab, and Jack is going to get round number 1 here. Boop. Round number 2. Big low parry. It rounds up the sidestep low parry from the Lee, doing so much here. Run up into the low high. Nalo and Nalo just trying to chip away at him. Getting the duck. He's not budging though. There's the 2-1 again. The armor move whiffed after forward 1. Insane, but the Lee here is going to get another round on the board. Guaranteed follow-up. And we're going into round number 3. I can't even remember. Is it 1-1? It might be 1-1. I thought Lee had 2, but it's 1-1 because the music didn't change. Anyway, Lee gets the counter hit here while running 3-2. 1+2. A nice block on the low once again. Letting the counter hit string stay as well. Blocks the follow-up from the muscle armor. Clap time. Season 2 time. Just resetting neutral here. Lee with a huge health lead. The Lee electric. Ducks under it. The flash duck. Guaranteed follow-up. Jack's trying to make his way back into this game. Forward 1+2 is going to hit. 67 HP, but has rage available. Both in rage now. Opting to go for the heat dash. Only 13 HP remaining. One down back one, but the low parry hits it. And Lee's going to get full combo here. Is he going to kill? He kills off of the Jack, choosing to wake up. And Lee is now up 2-1. Sidestep low parry again. Jack not falling for it. Jack not doing the down back ones now. That's already working out. Just trying to interrupt the pressure. There's the from crouch low. Big counter string. Gets hit confirmed. Jack on low HP. There's a jab. Back one. Trying to Fisher heat engager. Lee gets it first. There's the plus frames in the stance. Goes for that high. Doesn't get ducked, but he doesn't need to. Look at his health lead. Why would you do that? And the infinite kicks to interrupt. Lee ends up getting this game 3-1. And now it's up to you. What do you all think? Is it a pro? They're both really good. Yeah, I mean, whatever the case is, whether one of these or both of these players are a pro or not, they're both really good. The initial predictions, it's actually 50-50. It's 50-50 in terms of yes and no. Someone is going to be losing points. Someone just went with no. Currently, points-wise, it's 75% no, 25% yes. Most people do think that this is not a pro game. Is anyone going to try to snipe? Anyone people want to try to snipe, risk their life, risk their points on one of these players being a pro? Would you really bet for a Jack or Lee player? I shouldn't have phrased it like that. It's looking like that the majority is going to sit on yes. I'm going to give it 1 more minute before I close the predictions here. It's Lee Mishima. It could be. I've had him on here before, but it was when he was playing Lydia. I wish I could watch again. See, that's the tricky thing about this. You can't. Unless you're on YouTube, but then you can't predict on YouTube. I just got inspired to improve my Lee now. Hell yeah. 500 on pink. All right, everyone, get your last bets in if you want to bet. A couple of people have heeded my words and bet on yes. This is split down the middle, 50-50 between yes and no. I'm going to end submissions in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Submissions are closed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 50-50 split. The majority of points are on no, but in terms of people, between yes and no, this is exactly even. As I told you, this is going to get harder as we progress, and this is the hardest one yet. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's pro. They're really good, and I can't see any flaws. But Seth mind tricked me into doing the opposite of what I believe. I think it's pro because Jack did a little gamma waddle. I see. And you delayed it, and the Lee tried baiting it out. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, first of all, that not both of these players are pros. And I'm going to tell you, the player in this game who is not the pro player is the Jack player. So, you all have to decide. You all have to rely on a Lee player. A Lee player for the yes votes, carrying you all to victory. I see you in the chat. Enka, I see you. Last Avenger, I see you. Phantom Dance, I see you. The Jack was too mashy, so it's a Lee. You all believe in the Lee player. And I will tell you now, the Lee player in this game was not a pro player. They were two God of Destruction players. The no's have it. Congratulations. I'm so sorry for everyone that said yes. You all got peer pressured by me. The tricks don't just come from the gameplay. It also comes from my words. I have a snake's tongue. You can't believe everything that comes out of my mouth. Not only will the games try to trick you, I will try to trick you more as well as the games continue. I'm so sorry if I robbed you out of points, but this just goes to show you should never, ever listen to me. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going in to game number 4. I never believe you, Seth. Don't worry. Good. Good. Oops. All right, game number 4 is going to be a doozy. Game number 4 is going to be a little bit of a doozy. And I'm also going to say, as we get into this and as I start the predictions here, I wouldn't say that this one is that much more difficult than the last one. But I will tell you that it is going to be difficult. Let's start it. This game, as I start the predictions, is going to be between an Eddy and a Victor. The predictions have started. If you want to predict at any point, you can. Let's get into it here. The special style going off, frame 1 from Eddy. What could it possibly mean? Victor getting the punish immediately right out of the gate. Eddy going into the install state, gets the counter hit Victor, and he's going to get full combo here. Boop, 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 boop. There it is at the wall. Doesn't quite get it though because of the small stage size. Eddy ends up hitting the heat engager, delays the low, gets the wall splat here. Mid plus frames coming out, trying the frame trap with the plus frames, tries to get in the counter hit while rising to not enough. The Victor just keeping his cool, interrupts the 4-4 this time, interrupts the heat engager, and now he's gonna get full combo here. Evens up the health, chooses to go for Oki with the gunshot. Eddy ends up whiffing his follow, but just barely, just scrapes by his nose. The delayed sidestep in the down forward 2 is enough. This is going to convert to the wall, and that's enough. He didn't even need the wall. Victor got round 1. John Ding, the only Eddy player ever. And Victor gets the full combo here. What's the Oki? Down 1 while the Eddy chooses to stay on the ground. Shoots Eddy, gets the plus frames. Nice sidestep, but has to be careful of those follow-ups. Understandable. Tries to punish properly the down forward 3, but just out of range. Excellent spacing from the Eddy for that. There's the plus frames, delays the second hit to try to get the heat dash, and then Victor with a fuzzy duck under the grab just enough. Tries counter hitting with down back 4. High crushes under the power crush, but doesn't get the counter hit. There's the low into low there from the Eddy. And the Eddy is now 1 round to 1, flashing the special style again. Maybe it's a taunt, maybe it's a warning, or maybe it's trying to tell all of you that these are not pros. Who knows at this point? Victor trying to get the wall combo. Excellent block from the low from the Eddy. He's going to get full combo here, trying to adjust for the weird sidewall, and he does excellent. Going for Oki here instead. Recognize the Victor staying on the ground, get some nice hits on the ground. Forward, delays that second hit again, but mainly trying to get the wall here. Power crushes through Victor's float attempt, going for the high sidestep, down forward one, just trying to play small attack in, and the slip kicks from the sidestep puts Eddy in the driver's seat. 2 rounds to 1 here. Big block on the low, but gets the wrong punish. Plus strings. Down 1 here, going to get to the wall. There's a nice low. Goes under the mid with the sidestep. And Victor gets a nice combo of the wall situation. Sidestep from Eddy after the first hit, whiffs. Down forward, 1-4 whiffs, but it's a setup to go in the back turn. Eddy's about to get away with this. Goes in the heat smash, non-mix up, blocks the shoulder. Tries the down 2, just trying to get that wall. Throw's going to end up working, swap sides, but it might be enough. The wall running 1+2, tries baiting out Rage on. Tries shooting as a whip punish, but not enough. Doesn't go out with the second hit. Counter hit, 19 HP. It's so close. Blocks the second hit, and there's the punish on the sidestep move, and we are on final round here of game 4 of Is It a Pro. Goes for the hop kick, the sidestep's enough, but the weird back turn angle makes it so that Eddy can't quite convert off of there. 2-2, goes for the down 2, wants the heat engager. Excellent float from the Victor, recognizing that situation. Gets to the wall, there's the low, goes for the plus frames. Just waiting it out. Nice punish, but it was a little bit late. And the duck on the wall rising. 4-4 is going to do so much. This isn't going to kill, but what's the Oki? Eddy thought he was going to do down 1+2. Instead, he goes for the classic Victor Oki, and that is going to be it. The Victor wins game number 4. And now it's up to you. What do you all think? Is it a pro? Yes or no? The initial predictions, most people on yes. We have a 6K bet from Devil on yes. Only a couple of people here on no. Most people right now thinking this is yes. Tina thinking it might be John Ding. I think you have to be a pro in order to make sense of what these characters are even doing. That's why this is a weird one. Hi, Snowfox. Hey, Eddy, my main. Eddy, oh no. No coaching today. No, coaching is next week. Coaching is next Wednesday. It was a joke. Nah, guys, it's John Ding. Eddy's very mix-up heavy. True. Very true. Predictions are about to end here, and we are almost 50-50 split here, but the majority is going to yes. By 1 vote, the majority is on yes. And man, when you look at the points on this, it's crazy. We have a total of 8.7 thousand points on yes. And we have only 2K on no. With Devil leading the charge on the yes votes with 7,000 and Phantom Dance with 1,000 on no. Clearly, you all think that this is a pro game. And so, in this game number 4, the Eddy player in this game was not a pro player. There was a reason he was flashing special style, because he is a special little god of destruction. So the Victor player, then. What are we all thinking about the Victor player? There's been a lot of talk about the Eddy player. He made some good decisions. He made some good reads. He delayed some stuff. He got some good heat engages. But the Victor, as well, his defense was really good. His punishment was good. Ducking the Wild Rising 4-4 was good. The Victor player, for all of you that said yes, is not a pro player. He is a TGS that was on a promo for God of Destruction. The no's have it once again. I'm so sorry, Devil. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But the no's have it for the 3rd time. This was not a pro game. Congratulations to the no votes. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will be going into our final game. The hardest game of this rendition of Is It a Pro? I'm going to tell you right now, this one, I would not get correct. This one is probably the hardest last game I have ever done in Is It a Pro history. And trust me, there have been some hard ones. Go check out the other episodes on the main channel if you want to see those other ones, because let me tell you, the last game in Is It a Pro is usually a goddamn doozy, and I do not disappoint. This final game of this rendition of Is It a Pro will be between a Nina and a Heihachi. As soon as it loads. Here we go. Final game. Starting out with the down forward 1-2, backing up, playing neutral, waiting it out. There's the wave dash and the forward 1+2. Jab trades, 1-1-2. Nina gets knocked down. Nina tries to parry, perhaps another jab or an electric or something. Doesn't quite work. Just trying to poke each other out. The core circle forward 2 is going to be enough. Running up, there's a little low. Power crush, gets punished properly. Down forward 1. Look at the little movements. Look at the timing mix-ups. The Nina has let go of the controller. Tries to whip punish electric with eat smash. Not quite enough. There's a big side step, and there's the punish on side turn. What's the combo going to be? Are we going to be able to get to the wall? Yes. Will we kill? Boop, boop. 10 HP goes for Oki, and the 3 is going to be enough. Nina gets the first round on the board. With just crouching, punish the whiffed electric from the hard duck. And there's the wild running 3-4. There's the wild running again. I don't even know what that move is. Power crush ends up getting blocked. Tries power crushing again. Heat burst through it, trying to keep him in the corner. The Heihachi player gets out of the corner. Heat burst into the 1-1-2. Wild rising 4. Jab, heat smash at the wall. What's the mix? The mix is nothing. The mix is just play the mental game. There's some plus frames. House sweep, crouch cancel, down forward 1 full combo. What is this? Forward 4 and the down forward 1-2 frame trap does it. Heihachi gets around. It's 1-1. There are the slaps. Nice whip punish. 1-1-2. Just trying to keep it simple. Nina going in with the pressure. Heihachi just waiting. Ducks under back to 2 punishes from crouch down forward 2. What an insane amount of patience. How is the Nina going to respond? There's the up forward 3-4. Gets the full combo. Plus frames, except it's not. That's just going to kill Heihachi with a decisive round. 2 rounds up on game point now. Down forward 1-2. Sidestep in the 4. Nice sidestep from the Heihachi. Gets the count hit. Forward 4. Just trying to keep up this jab checks. Down forward 1's hitting him a lot. There's another count hit. Playing back in the neutral game now. Heihachi activates Warrior's Instinct and down forward 1-2. The twin pistons combo drops. So Nina with the nice punish. This is going to a lot of damage. But Nina drops as well. 1 back 2. Sidestep, but it's not big enough. The sidestep duck and gets the Astrov punish. Hell sweep in the full combo. This is going not quite get to the wall he thought it would, but it dropped again. What are we going to do? Sidestep 4. Down forward 1. There's the heat burst trying to get out of the wall. Down forward 1-2. 3 HP. 4 HP. How's they actually going to come back from this? There's a low. There's another low. Core circle forward 2. Guaranteed follow-up. Another low. Another low. A throw break. And the low parry on down jab just barely gets out of it. And the Heihachi wins the final game of Is It a Pro 3-1. And now it is up to you to win your last prediction of Is It a Pro. Was this game a pro game? Yes or no? I'm lightheaded. Oh my god, this is 100% a pro. I need the wink in Seth's eyes. I was gonna wink regardless. So the question becomes now, not only is this a pro, but also, would I, in a round of Is It a Pro, give you 4 games in a row that are not pro games after showing you the first game that is a pro game? Yes, I absolutely would. I 100% would. Basically, you're saying this will be easy to guess. Sure, maybe. It depends. Could this be Trunkies on Heihachi? No. I don't know who that is. This is easily the hardest one to guess. Well, I spent all my money. Well, good luck to you. Double drop combos. They played so well, but when pros drop combos like that, this is hard. I know, right? I've never had a game of Is It a Pro before where both of the players that have been pros have dropped combos constantly. Nope, never happened. IMO only pro sidestep duck like that. It's a fair observation. I think it's pro, but I also think pros wouldn't drop combos, so I'm gonna say it's pro based on nosing, but going against my last belief. I see. So give me 500 on blue bookie. Will do. I saw a lot of like info gathering. Interesting observation. Well, the predictions have ended, and this is once again split. This is once again not split directly down the middle, but it is 6 on yes, 4 on no. But we have an all-in bet from Devil again, trying to pay back his debt on yes. Will he get tricked twice, or will he come out on top right at the end? Phantom Dance with the 2K on no, leading the charge on the no bet. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've been enjoying. Hold on. Sorry, I have to move stuff around real quick. I had my OBS like completely off. I hope you've been enjoying this round of Is It a Pro. I love doing this series, and I hope that I can keep doing it. It takes a lot of time to set up, but as long as you guys are liking this and enjoying it, it's been a long time since I've done it. Now that it has a new home on the second channel, I can do it more. And hey, for all of you on the second channel, feel free to check out the main channel. We have a couple more of these that we've done if you're enjoying this, if you want more of this content. And we also have other series like this, like Low Rank Tekken and Guess the Rank on this very channel. So feel free to subscribe and like and check it out. Helps me out a lot. So, here's what I'm going to tell you first. One of these players in this game is not a pro. One of them is not a pro. And that player may come as no surprise to you. It is the Nina. The Nina is the one that lost 1-3. The Nina is not a pro player, so that leaves it up to the Heihachi. And I think that with what all of you are thinking that voted yes, the only way that this can be a pro player is if it is indeed the Heihachi. So, ladies and gentlemen, for this final game of Is It a Pro, the Heihachi player does have a name. This Heihachi player's name is none other than Daime, and he's a Kishin. This Heihachi player is actually a Kishin player. I lied a little bit. This is God of Destruction 1, but the Nina is not a pro, and the Heihachi is a Kishin player. But wait. It's not over yet. Because even though Daime is a generic-ass name that hundreds of players that play Tekken have, and even though this player is a Kishin, this player only plays player matches. This player does not go online and play ranked. This person cannot play ranked because this player is from Africa. This player is from Madagascar, and this player is ranked number 25th on the Tekken World Tour leaderboards. The Heihachi player is a pro player, and the yeses have it, and they have won this episode of Is It a Pro? Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, check out the link above me for more stuff on this channel, and if you want to see another episode on the main channel, click on the link over there. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.